morning, one and all. Myself, Professor M.A. Hipparigi. So today we will start with the remaining part of a module number 2. So in the module number 2, we come across all the machines, starting from milling machine, drilling machine, shaper machine, slotting machine, grinding machine, and all its related operations. Now only one bit is remaining in this module, that is indexing. Okay, so today we'll go through the what do you mean by indexing, what are the different types of indexing, and we'll solve problems on the different types of indexing. Okay, now coming to the introduction to the indexing. So what do you mean by indexing? How you are going to define the indexing? See, indexing is the process of dividing any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the workpiece. So this I have explained in a machine shop with the milling machine attachment, that is a indexing mechanism. Try to remember when we had been to machine shop, there when I am explaining the milling machine, there I have explained about the indexing unit. So what is indexing? Indexing is the process of dividing any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the workpiece is known as a indexing. Now try to understand here. Let us consider this is the your circular workpiece. Suppose if we want to make this circular workpiece into a pentagon. So how many sides a pentagon have? 5 sides. So your circular workpiece has been converted into a 5 number of equal parts. 5 number of equal parts, that is a pentagon. If you want to convert it into a 6 number of equal parts, that is a hexagon. Similarly octagon. So any number of equal sides has been produced with the help of this mechanism is known as a indexing. Now let us consider number of teeth. So any number of equal teeth are going to be formed on a circular workpiece with the help of a indexing. Got the idea? What is indexing? Question may be asked. Define indexing. Explain simple or compound indexing, right? Or directly they may ask the problem. Now here the indexing, as I told you, the dividing any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the workpiece, right? Now indexing mechanism. Roughly I have drawn the figure so that you can understood how this indexing mechanism will work. Now try to remember, I have shown this equipment on the milling machine, right? So let us consider this circular disc is known as a indexing plate. This circular disc is known as a indexing plate, and these holes, number of holes what I have in the circle is known as a indexing hole circle. So this circle is known as a indexing hole circle, and these are the number of holes. I have written here indexing plate, indexing hole circle, and number of holes. Okay. Now this is the crank. This is the crank. Now carefully listen here. I have written here 17. I have written here 21, 46, 59. What it exactly means? It means that in this particular circle, how many holes are there? 17 holes are there. 21 means in this particular circle, how many holes are there? 21 holes are there. Similarly 46 means, so in this particular circle 46 holes are there. So finally 59. So in this way the indexing plate is made up of. Okay, so this crank is capable of rotating on the indexing plate. Okay, and how it is going to be used I will explain in the next slide. So indexing is the mechanism or process of dividing any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the work surface. You can produce pentagon, hexagon, octagon, or number of teeth, equal number of teeth are going to be produced. Whether if you are interested to produce the 40 number of teeth, 20 number of teeth, 25 number of teeth, 30 number of teeth. So any number of equal amount of teeth can be done on the workpiece with the help of the mechanism known as a indexing. So this is the rough sketch of a indexing, right? Now let us come to the different types of indexing. There are many types of indexings are there. So only 2 is described here in this according to your syllabus. One is a simple indexing, second one is a compound indexing. Okay, one is a simple indexing, second is a compound indexing. I will go through one by one. First one is known as a simple indexing. Okay, so simple indexing is nothing but is a it is a simple method to divide any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the work surface. So simple indexing is given by 40 divided by n. The formula meant for simple indexing is 40 divided by n, where n is number of sides or teeth to be produced. Got the idea? 40 divided by n, where n is number of teeth or number of sides to be produced. Whether if you are interested to do 5 sides, so n is equal to 5. If you are interested to produce the 20 number of teeth, then n is equal to 20. Got the idea? That is simple indexing is given by 40 divided by n. Now we will solve one problem so that you come to know how this simple indexing exactly works. Set the dividing head to mill 30 teeth on a spur wheel blank. Set a dividing head to mill 30 teeth on a spur wheel blank. So what is asked here? So the wheel blank is there, spur wheel blank is there, on which 30 equal teeths are going to be made. So how this simple indexing is going to be work? So here n is 30. What the idea? Number of teeth you are going to be produced is 30. That is nothing but the n is 30. Now we know that for the simple indexing it is given by 40 divided by n. Now 40 divided by n is 30. 40 divided by 30. The calculation begins with, see here, 40 divided by 30. So 30 ones are 30. 10 remains. Okay. 40 divided by 30. So 30 ones are 30. 10 remains. Now next step, what you do? You bring this 10 to the denominator. You bring this 30 to the denominator. See here, 1 is as usual. I have taken this 10 to the denominator. I have taken this 30 to the denominator. Now simplify it. 10 ones are 10 threes are. So 1 1 by 3. 1 1 by 3. Okay. Now next step is, so multiply with the constant factor to the both numerator and denominator in such a way that the denominator value must be coincide with any one number present in the indexing whole circle. See here, in the indexing whole circle, 17 is there, 21 is there, 46 is there, 59 is there, right? So here we have got 1 by 3. Here as 1 by 3 we have got. Multiply with the constant factor to the both numerator and denominator, so that the denominator value must be coincide with any one number present in the indexing whole circle. So that denominator multiply with the constant factor, so in such a way that this denominator value must be coincide with any one number present in the indexing whole circle. Now what I will do here, I will multiply with the both numerator and denominator by constant factor 7. Okay, if I multiply with the both numerator and denominator with the 7, so 7 3s are 21. Let us see here 21 whether it is present in the indexing whole circle or not. Yes, it is present. So in this way, multiply the constant factor with the both numerator and denominator in such a way that the denominator value must be coincide with any one number whole present in the indexing circle. So that I have multiplied with 7, that is the constant factor. So 1 is as usual. So 7 ones are 7. So 3 sevens are 21. Now see here, this 21 denominator value, it is present in the indexing whole circle. In this way, the simple indexing works. Now the final answer is, so 7 by 21. It means that to make the 30 equal teeth on the blank, that is a wheel, one complete revolution of the crank. See here, this is the crank. So one complete revolution of the crank. This one indicates that one complete revolution of the crank, and 21. This indicates the indexing whole circle. So this 21 denominator value 21 indicates 21st indexing whole circle, and this 7, this nominator value 7 indicates number of holes in a forward direction. Number of holes in a forward direction. It means that to have the 30 equal parts on the outer periphery of the workpiece. After completion of first teeth cutting, the crank should be rotated by one complete revolution in the 21st indexing hole circle with the 7 holes in the forward direction. See here. So your crank must be, this crank must be locked at a 21st indexing hole circle. Then your crank must be rotated, by one complete revolution, then 7 holes in a forward direction. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it should be locked, so that the workpiece is rotated by 1/30th of a revolution. Okay, and after second teeth, now this is the initial value. Okay, from this point, one complete revolution, then 7 hole in a forward direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here now it is going to be locked. So if you continue this procedure, so 30 equal teeth are going to be formed. This is the way to have the dividing the any number of equal parts with the help of a simple indexing. Got the idea? What is simple indexing? So simple indexing is nothing but it is the simple way of dividing any number of equal parts on the outer periphery of the work surface, and that is done with the help of the formula 40 divided by n. So 40 means here the number of teeth or number of sides to be produced. Let us consider one problem in which 30 equal teeth are going to be made or cut on the gear blank. So n is a 30. 40 divided by n, 40 divided by 30. Write in this way, 40 divided by 30. 30 ones are 30, 10 remains. Take this 10 to the numerator, take this 30 to the denominator. I have written here, I have taken this 10 to the numerator, I have taken this 30 to the denominator. Now we have got the value 1, 1 is this one as usual, and 10 is this value, and 30 is this value. Now take this, solve this with the numerator and denominator. 10 ones are 10 threes are, 10 ones are 10 threes are. So finally you will get 1 as usual, 1 divided by 3. Now for this 1 by 3, multiply with the constant factor in such a way that this denominator value, the multiplication of this denominator value must be coincide with any one whole circle present in the indexing plate. Okay, see, if I multiply with the 7, then I will get here 7 3s are 21. So the 21 indexing whole circle is present here. So in this way you have to make this calculation. Now what this is 7 by 21 indicates? It indicates that to have the 30 number of equal teeth, the crank should be rotated by one complete revolution in the 21st indexing hole circle with the 7 holes in a forward direction. Got the idea? To have the 30 number of equal parts, the crank must be one complete revolution in the 21st indexing hole circle and 7 holes in the forward direction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here it should be locked and the teeth is going to be cut. After completion of the second teeth, now this is the initial point. From here, one complete revolution of the crank and 7 holes in the forward direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again here it is, the crank is going to be locked. Again the third teeth is going to be cut. So if you continue this procedure, you will get exact 30 equal parts or equal teeth on outer periphery of the work surface. Got the idea? So this is the how to solve the problem with the simple indexing. And in the next PPT, I will go through the compound indexing. Okay, thank you.